Happy Monday, table family. We are back at the table this Monday after Valentine's Day. Let's get right to it. Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance last week was chef's kiss. It was phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. However, as with anything that represents diversity, inclusion, not centering white people or not centering Americans, which I can't even say that about Bad Bunny because he is American, but not centering the mainstream. How about that? That's a better way to put it. Not centering the mainstream. How it upsets people. I just don't understand the obsession that people have with having to always be the center. It's strange to me. If you're like me, I had no idea who Bad Bunny was or is until last year. I actually found out about him a little earlier than the Super Bowl or the announcement that he was doing the Super Bowl, because it was mentioned that he was only playing concerts in Puerto Rico, his native land, territory of the United States of America, but his home. The reason for that is Trump administration's attack on immigrants. Though he is not an immigrant, he is representative of the Latinx community, and he was bothered by what he saw and decided that he would not play any concerts in the main 48 states of the United States. In addition to that, after a political upheaval at one of Trump's rallies, I believe in New York, where Puerto Rico was disparaged again, he endorsed Kamala Harris, and many were very excited about that because he has extreme popularity among younger people, which to the Harris campaign would translate as maybe some influence with young Latinx voters. Then Bad Bunny, or Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, who is Bad Bunny, was announced to be the Super Bowl performer for Super Bowl 60 that was just this past Sunday in San Francisco. And what a Super Bowl performance it was. It was absolutely fantastic. And of course, anything related to diversity and inclusion is going to receive both applause and outrage, which is really sad. And I will never understand the obsession with sameness. I really don't understand the obsession with homogeny when it comes to culture. Diversity is so vibrant, it's so colorful, it's so layered. Sameness, in my opinion, is boring. But there are people who are offended anytime something significantly doesn't center them. Bad Bunny took the biggest stage in the world, the NFL halftime show. Every performer wants that moment. And in that performance, they're either talking about an upcoming project or concert series that they're doing. And in a lot of cases, as with Kendrick Lamar last year, they take the opportunity to make statements, as people do. Kendrick made powerful statements last year as it related to the Black community, African Americans in this country, and their engagement with the system. And so Bad Bunny decided during his show to highlight his community, and it was beautiful. We saw domino tables, taco shops, nail salons, a Puerto Rican social club owner from one of the last Puerto Rican clubs in New York. And these were real people. It wasn't just a stage. He went into the community and brought in real people to represent what they see every day, not actors. And it was a beautiful highlight of his community. And it was in complete Spanish. I didn't understand a word he was saying, but I understood his rhythm. I understood his symbolism. I understood his pride. When he raised the original Puerto Rican flag, which many may not know, that the lighter blue flag is representative of the flag before they were colonized by the United States. I learned that in that moment. And so he was representing his culture. And it was okay to center somebody else besides what I'm used to seeing and what others are used to seeing. The folks were mad. The MAGA cult decided that they were going to have their own halftime show. featured Kid Rock and some other folks that didn't get a lot of play, but people were mad online. People were upset that Bad Bunny did a whole event in Spanish and no one understood what he was saying. The one thing about art, though, is that it can be interpreted by actions. There was so much interpretation that you could just pick up about their culture without having to understand the words. If you were open to learning and open to not centering yourself. I want to be clear that yes, I saw a lot of the discourse in the larger social media sphere and largely led by white Americans. But even in my own timeline, I saw Black people complaining too, calling it the worst halftime show ever, saying they didn't understand it. And that for me was a little bit of a drawback because he represented Afro-Latinx countries too. He called out Trinidad and Jamaica and Haiti and Guatemala. All of these cultures are not one. They're Afro-Latinx people, Black people who speak Spanish too, one of those cultures in Cuba and so many other places, in Brazil, everywhere. But what I know is for 15 minutes, Latinx communities were centered on the biggest stage in the world. I don't understand the fragility of sameness that reads visibility as erasure. Like other people existing when you're not in the center somehow is offensive to you. Inclusion is not an attack on you. Really, honestly, it is not. Inclusion just means you're open to other people standing center with you. When you reflect on the conversation, you have to think this is what Black and brown people experience every day. In rooms we walk in where we are not centered, in boardrooms, in government rooms, in the bank. This is what we face with every day. And it takes a moment to just pause. And I will compel you today, as I have layered into this podcast different versions of what I saw on social media, in case you didn't see them. Take 14 minutes and look at that performance if you didn't. It will do your heart some good. It will bring you joy. It will bring you joy if you open your heart enough to receive somebody else and uncenter yourself. To the Latinx people, it was a beautiful celebration of your existence. I enjoyed it. Hats off to Bad Bunny for not shrinking. Hats off to the Latinx community that felt seen and centered. And hats off to art that educates even when you don't understand every word. We are still doing the work and we're still talking about it. But this conversation just lined up with everything, and the entire point of this podcast is to create space for all. And it was beautiful to watch. Those are my thoughts today. Watching others create space for themselves at the table was really a joy. Until next time, take care and dine well.